I said to my friends and family before I came here, I said, I just don't want to go last. I also said I didn't want to go first, so I got half of it. When my husband Rob and I were first married, we wandered into a pet shop. And right before us was a litter of 12 baby Dutch rabbits. The second time you'll hear about baby rabbits today. Baby rabbits. And they were so cute. They fit into the palm of my hand. I had never seen anything like that. But we had just gotten out of art school. We didn't have any money. We didn't have very much money. And so we were just sort of window shopping. And the pet owner saw us really fawning over these bunnies, and he came up and he said, only $29.95, and they love carrots. And I said to Rob, $29.95? That's not a lot of money. And we looked at it a little more, and we figured out we could budget for it, and we would get the bunny. And we picked one out, and we went up to the cash register to pay. And the pet store owner said, do you have a cage? And Rob, who didn't want to spend any more money, said, yeah, we got a cage. And I said, we do? And he said, yeah, I had a lot of pets as a kid. We'll go over to my parents' house. I'm sure there's some cages there. So the bunny went in the box, and we drove over to his parents' house, and Rob emerged a short time later holding a bird cage. And I said, I guess it'll work. So we put the bunny in the bird cage, and it worked, and we went home, and we set the bird cage up on the kitchen floor, and in the morning when we got up, I said, does it look bigger to you? And he said, yeah. The rabbit had doubled in size in one day. So we had to pry the bars of the birdcage to get the rabbit out. And we put the rabbit back in the box because it was a lot happier there. And we went back to the pet store. And we bought a cage, a big cage. And we bought some dishes, and we bought some books because we didn't know the first thing about raising a rabbit in an apartment. And we bought a litter pan and some litter because we read in one of the books while we were waiting to pay that you could litter pan train the rabbit. We're like, that's cool, it's kind of like a cat. So we brought everything home, and we set it up, and we litter pan trained the rabbit. So when we were home, the rabbit could hop all over the apartment and kind of have a lot of, exercise. Well, that was great, except rabbits have like these two front teeth, and every book on the bottom shelf was eaten. And every wire in the apartment was chewed up. And we had to paste the wires up to the sides tape them up so he would stop eating the wires. And he started chewing the baseboard, and he dug holes in the carpet. Well, we also had this really, really snarky landlord. And he used to break into we should have called the cops. He used to break into our apartment and turn the heat down. He had it in like a little lockbox, and he would get in there and he would turn it down, we'd wake up freezing. So one day we came home from work, and our landlord is standing outside the apartment. And he said, your lease says no pets. And he goes, no cats, no dogs, no rabbits. So we knew he had been in the apartment. So he stood there and he said, either you get rid of that rabbit or you have to move. So we moved. Actually, you might say we got evicted. We were really misunderstanding the costs of owning a rabbit. It wasn't that easy. But we went to a pet-friendly apartment and we told about the rabbit up front to get in, and it was all right. We lived along for a few years, and we adjusted, and we had the wires taped up on the walls, and we didn't have any books on the bottom shelf. And I decided we needed a vacation. So we rented a cottage up in Cape Cod for a few weeks, but we could not find a pet sitter. Nobody wanted to watch this rabbit for longer than an hour. So we took the rabbit on vacation, and off we went, loaded everything up, we took the rabbit there, and on the last day of our vacation, Rob was in charge of packing up the rabbit to bring it home, and I was packing up our other stuff, and Rob came up the stairs from going down in the basement. Oh, I forgot to tell you, when we went to the house on Cape Cod, we had to put the rabbit in the basement so it wouldn't ruin the house, and then we'd let it run around in the yard every day, so we made it work. So he went down to the basement to pack up the rabbit, and he came up the stairs, and he said, "The rabbit is dead." And I was shocked, but I was also like, yes. Oh my God, they're so great. So we had to get rid of the dead body. And so Rob's job was to call the vet, and it went something like this. Yeah, we're here in Cape Cod, and we have this rabbit, and it died, and okay, just a minute. Okay, for $200, you can get a private cremation and a private burial. For $100, you can get a private cremation and you take the ashes home. And for $35, you get a mass burial and a mass cremation. To which I said, "Robert!" And he said, "We'll take the $35 one." Happily, there was no misunderstanding.